Set in 1930s London, this movie tells a story about a powerful theater critic named Jimmy, who enlists a young actress to help him prevent his new boss from firing him. This movie actually has an intriguing premise and talented ensemble cast. Unfortunately, it does fall short of expectations, and is a big miss given the degree of talent involved. The movie is sunk by odd characterizations, daft editing choices, and heavy-handed compositions. Part of the messaging gets diluted in the narrative's emphasis on deception and betrayal amongst its characters, with the film seemingly unable to decide what kind of film it wants to be. The lack of focus results in a disjointed final product, with affirming elements that lack cohesion. It isn't able to fully capitalize on the tension it tries to build, and the film's attempts at more serious discourse feels muted. This movie is only kicking into overdrive when Jimmy is at his most devilish. Sadly, the film is nowhere near as entertaining when focused on anything else, which is what it does for most of the film. The problem is that its desire to focus on certain aspect ends up hurting its thriller half as well, lowering the sense of danger and excitement during those scenes. The movie never fully integrates its more entertaining aspects with its most serious ones. The tone that the movie is using undercuts the material's inherent bite, ultimately defanging a picture that eventually shifts into a twisty thriller. The script is a rather plot-heavy, and the script has to pull a lot of strings to set it up. The problem is having so many of those strings at the forefront of the proceedings makes it a somewhat unwieldy narrative beast for the movie to harness. So much so that Jimmy's actual profession becomes almost insignificant as the movie progresses. This movie should have been delving deeper and more directly into Jimmy's psyche as his plans start to go off the rails. Instead, it tries to stage the story's denouement as a swirling mass of melodrama that the sequence has so much ground to cover that it's not able to fully establish Jimmy's mindset. The movie is too muddled to say much about Jimmy, or the world he exists in. Jimmy's actions are understandable, but it doesn't have much impact because it all happens so fast. The story feels blunted when nearly every character feels underwritten, and nearly every relationship built on plot contrivance. The movie falls squarely into a certain trope, which is further aggravated by Jimmy's character being simply one note. The movie pretty much makes him the one and only bad guy, and a barely sympathetic one at that. Overall, it's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.